we're not like those people that are all like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, ready, go. This is this is all new for us. So thank you for bearing with us. So good to see you. Awen, good to see you. Katrina, Barbara, hello. Well, we have a lot of questions. I asked Tom if we could tell about his day with the bales yesterday, and he said, I'm always the butt of your stories, so I'm not sure if I got.
So what are we doing? Oh, telling the story
I
about
wasn't
what
going to tell the
happened.
story. I was going to ask you if it was okay if we told the story, or if you want to tell the story. So.
Well, hello everybody. I had to.
Hello from Texas.
I had to take some hay bales to an auction yesterday because I was trying to sell them.
Round hay bales.
Round hay bales. I got one load to the auction. Came back home to get more, and I strapped them down like I religiously do. And maybe 5 miles down the road, down a straight section of road, up a hill. Wow, there's a lot of people commenting on YouTube. I'm kind of shocked right now.
I don't want to know how many people are watching. It makes me nervous.
Anyway, my front strap holding on my hay bales snapped, which was a 2-inch wide strap. Snapped, and one bale fell off at like 60 and went into the ditch. And then I let off the gas to start naturally slowing down because if I hit the brakes, they were all going to come after me. Mm-hmm. They all came after me anyway. I just released a video that I traded in a truck for F-250 Super Duty. Did not have a single ding in it till yesterday. The hay bales ran into the back of the truck, dented the tailgate, broke a taillight, which if you've watched any of my videos also, the truck I just got rid of, I also broke a taillight in. Anyway, needless to say, all of my hay bales made it into the ditch. Nobody was hurt, just my pride, and now you all know about it. So You'll
probably have a video coming about it, so that's why I figured it was okay to tell. So that was Tom's day yesterday. But we did get back from Texas okay after we got the transmission fixed. After that, everything went fine on the way home. So we got back. There was the question, where will our next vacation be?
I don't know who's got free electric and water hookup.
Well, we just found out here in Minnesota that our kids, they'll go to school till Wednesday and then they will be off along with the rest of you. So we were kind of talking about like, well, hey, let's just load up and hit the road, right?
That sounds kind of fun.
It does, but there are implications, obviously, too. So, well, why don't we talk? There was a few questions about our vacation, and then we'll move on to some other questions too.
Ooh, people are saying we should go back to Texas. I'm down with that.
We love Texas was awesome. I do see the question about the nightstands. We will talk about that coming up. Why we don't have nightstands or how we're doing without it. We'll talk about marriage, kids. There's lots of questions about that. So, our trip to Texas was really good. We like Texas. We like the people in Texas. The weather was pretty good while we were there. So we enjoyed Texas. We will be back. Tom likes that everybody drives trucks down there.
And they're not just like normal trucks.
No.
They're like big trucks.
Cool trucks, rust-free trucks.
Yeah, big fan.
So there was a question for some of you that said you're trying to like decide like would it be worth getting a used camper or investing to go camping and what our trip costs. And so we put on 4,800.
Come stay in Boerne, Texas. I'm sorry. Yes, I will come to Boerne, Texas.
Do you live by Matt Carricker? That's why Tom would want to come to Boerne, Texas.
Oh, wait. It wasn't Matt that commented?
Oh, wasn't that Matt?
I'm sorry. Go on. I interrupted.
How many miles did we put on? 4,800?
4,800 miles.
So we spent about $1,000 in gas.
Maybe a little bit more. Little bit more than that.
Yeah. So gas was our biggest chunk of our budget. We put on extra miles than we planned because of the transmission problems. As far as like the actual camping, the campgrounds we stayed at were all between $24 and $30 a night. So that side of it was very inexpensive. And then we tried to just cook as much at the camper. We just did a lot of like hamburgers, brats, tacos. I brought taco meat with that I'd already made. Sandwiches, club sandwiches. It's not fancy cooking, but inexpensive. We ate out a little more than we normally do. So our food bill was a little bit higher than what it would be if we're at home for a week. But I don't know what else. I don't know. Then like souvenirs and stuff. The kids didn't really get much for that. So
expenses, you're saying?
Yeah. So once the camper is purchased, I feel like it'll be fairly inexpensive to go on trips now. And it is something, even though Tom had a little bit of a rough second week, it is something that we are hoping to do more of. And so I think we still feel like it was a worthwhile investment. Tom doesn't totally like this camper. There's some things about it that we would potentially maybe sell this one and get a different camper, but similar price range and stuff. So you have to read the comment, not just laugh. If you're
Okay, sorry, I'm laughing at yikes, too many people, social distancing.
need social distancing. Yeah, that's funny.
Sorry.
Yep, that's awesome. All right, so try and see if you. I don't know why it's not.
I'm trying to read
Okay, sorry.
comments on 2 feeds.
There was a couple other questions about the camper though, about how we live more simply now, if that translated to how we packed the camper. Honestly, when we left here, we had so little packed in there that I was like, we must have forgot something. Right?
I don't think we had any food. We just grabbed what was going to spoil from the house.
I'm just talking about like physical stuff that we put into there. We planned to go grocery shopping. We just took the stuff that was going to go bad, and then we were going to grocery shop when we get down there. But like kitchen stuff, we brought like 1 pan, 1 kettle, like the minimum for utensils and stuff. And so I was like, are we going to get down there and have to like buy a bunch of stuff or something like that? And we didn't. We brought enough clothes to like last 1 week, and we planned on doing laundry down there, which we did. And so I don't know. I definitely think living more simply translated to packing the camper, because like all of the storage compartments were like half full, and people were like, when we were pulling out like the cabinets and stuff in there, people are like, you're losing storage. Where are you going to make up this storage? And so I was starting to freak out a little bit, like, oh no, we're not going to have storage. We were totally fine, and we knew we could put stuff in the box of the truck too if we had to. Didn't ever need it. So I do think that made it a lot easier. But the other thing is, though, I got back home, I was like, we don't even need half the stuff in our house anymore. Like, we could live with so much less.
I apologize, Reagan, that you missed us and had taken off work to meet us in Fort Worth.
I am so sorry. That broke our heart to have to cancel the meetups in Texas, because we were we were so excited about that. And so we were down there a week prior, but with my parents. And so we had kind of told my parents, like, we won't do any meetups while we're with you. We'll just spend the week with you. That we kind of like, we're like, let's try and just take that week off and hang out with my parents. But I regret now, like when we were in Corpus Christi and coming through Dallas and Waco and San Antonio, that we didn't do meetups then, because it's so much fun. And when we got to Oklahoma City and Kansas City and Des Moines, it was awesome. So.
The kids actually did. Oh my gosh! Kathy? Why did you just tell us there's almost 1,000 people watching this right now?
I don't want to know. This makes me nervous because we can't edit. Like, I can't edit what Tom says.
That's what she's nervous about.
That's what makes me nervous.
The kids did awesome traveling. The kids, they only got on my nerves a little bit.
When we were in the car.
When we were in the car traveling, but like they color, they draw, they read books. Did they bring? I don't think they brought any games to play.
Not really.
We have like a little flip-up DVD player. They watch that.
Yeah, they brought small thing of Legos, pen, markers, and paper. I had a new box of markers, so we brought that with, and that was a big deal. Really just, one small thing of Legos, markers, and paper, and we had some word search books, and that was about it. We did bring the portable DVD player which was good, because our Facebook Marketplace TV did not work while we were gone. So.
There was $25.
That does tie into, there was quite a few questions about parenting, and so like also then we went to Panera. We did all of our meetups, meet and greets at Panera, and like the kids did great at those too. And so many people are like, especially when we go to restaurants and stuff, and our kids will just sit and eat and hang out. We get a lot of comments about like, how are your kids so good? How are they so well behaved at restaurants and stuff? And honestly, it is just because we have allowed them to get bored, and then they have learned how to entertain themselves because of it. And I think sometimes people think like we're really strict parents or we're really mean parents or something like that. And I know a lot of you are kind of having your kids home now with school being canceled because of everything. And so my biggest encouragement to you is to let them get bored. Even today, it was nice out in Minnesota. I got up to 40 today. It was sunny out. And so we were like, you guys can go outside and play, or you can load the dishwasher. Which would you like to do? And so that's just always the option we give them. Go outside and play, clean the kitchen. Go find something to do, clean the kitchen. Go find something to do, clean your room. And so if you can give your kids that gift of learning how to entertain themselves, it makes everything. It makes being in a car for 4,800 miles totally bearable. We had a great time. When we got stuck at the campground for 4 days. Again, you have to read the comment if you're going to laugh about it.
No, I'm laughing at what you just said.
What? Sorry.
That we loved 4,800 miles of traveling.
I didn't say we loved it. I said it made it
Okay.
totally tolerable,
Okay.
and like none of us were going crazy. The kids got along. They could sit next to each other without. I mean, yes, would they fight and stuff? Yes. Would we sometimes have to interfere? Yes. But I mean, they were like totally entertaining themselves. But the other thing, so there was the question about simplifying toys. Someone said we've simplified the category, so a lot of times we'll talk about like have blocks, Legos, and like doll stuff, and that's probably all you need. And so she had said that they had simplified, so Playmobil was one of your categories, but now the Playmobil has gotten to be so much. And I know that happens with Legos a lot, where Legos just grow and grow and grow. And so I would really encourage you to simplify it back down to a smaller amount and just put the extras in a tote or a box or something out of sight, and then just tell your kids like, hey, if we need to bring back more, we can do that. But they play so much better when they have less stuff. And so if you have questions, just jump in and I'll stop rambling.
I'm trying. Yep. Go.
Okay. I am trying to get through. I have a whole like few lists that will submit it on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. So, okay. So if I were to be completely 100% honest with you, your kids need hardly any toys, and they will be so much happier because of it if you simplify your toys. So if you are at home with your kids right now, I would say do everybody a favor and box up 90% of them. Tell the kids if they have a hard time partying with them, say it's okay, we're just quarantining them, we're just putting them in boxes in storage for a little bit. And I think everyone is going to find that they love having the simplified space, less clutter around you.
How are we doing laundry with our steps the way they are?
With our steps? Those steps? The upstairs steps? Okay, give me 1 second because there were some questions on laundry.
Okay, sorry, go.
No, that's fine. But truly, if you are going to be home with your kids, simplifying your toys is going to make it so that they can play on their own. Kids are so creative. And then the other thing I would do, so I would, if this is just me, like talking to you as a friend, like being honest with you, box up 90% of your toys, keep like some Legos or blocks, like, you know, the open-ended toys. And then the other thing is get cardboard and masking tape. I like masking tape because they can rip it themselves, they can stick it to stuff and it doesn't ruin anything, like painter's tape, masking tape. Get some cardboard and masking tape, box up 90% of their toys, and then anytime they say they're bored or they come to you looking for something to do, give them the option to clean or keep playing. And I feel like this time is going to go so much better having them at home. How long did it take, 1 second, for your kids to adjust to more simplified toys? Like instantly. The first time we boxed up their toys, it was because we were moving, and we boxed up like 80% of their toys. They walked into the room and they were like, this is awesome. They're like, can we keep it this way? Maggie's like, I have room to dance. Instantly. They adapted to it instantly, and they wanted to keep it that way. All right, okay.
Okay. Do you have any like homeschooling ideas for people now that we're all going to be stuck at home?
So this was interesting. When we were in Des Moines, we were visiting with a homeschooling mom, and she said, I feel like I have to keep extra because we're home all the time. And I actually feel the opposite because we're home with our kids a good amount too. Gage is home with us all the time. During the summer, we're all home together. And honestly, weekends, it is cardboard and tape. Our boys play with cardboard and tape.
That is the next question. How do you get rid of homemade?
Yeah,
things?
sure. And then Legos a little bit. And then, so I know how it goes. And they make all these wonderful creations. And then what do we do with it? And so as soon as I notice that they're not playing with it anymore, I say, you know what? I don't think you're using that anymore. Are you going to play with it anymore? And they'll usually say, yeah. And then like the next day I'll be like, you know what? You're still not playing with that. I'm going to move it out to the garage. But if you want it back, then let us know. And then like in a week or two, Tom will burn it.
That's where the fire comes in there.
Yep, that's how it goes. So we just have like this in and out process, but the fun part for them is making it. So they don't miss it. It's not a big deal in our house. So
Do you have a schedule for our children when we're going to be home all day?
Not really. We have breakfast and lunch at about the same time, but otherwise, it's a lot of time where they entertain themselves. Wouldn't
People
you
are
say?
asking, what's the deal with the onions?
Onions.
Yes, onions,
What's
onions,
to do with onions?
onions.
Like the onion
Onions.
method?
The onion method
Okay.
of decluttering.
Yeah, so I think what most of us from visiting with you, what works best for most of us is the onion method, where we just go through our house layer by layer. Because you'll sometimes see things like, oh, declutter your whole house in 2 weeks or in 1 month. And I don't know that that's physically possible, because by doing the onion layer, so you go through your house and you maybe take a box or a garbage bag, you find a box to donate, it builds confidence that you don't need this stuff anymore. And so it just takes time to come to grips with, okay, this is stuff I bought. This is still good stuff that I don't need anymore that I'm donating. No, we really don't need these extra clothes or these extra toys. And so the onion method is just a way to kind of go layer by layer through your house. And so it's just a little bit easier approach than trying to go like room by room and pare it all the way down. Because I know so many of you had said like, I'll do one layer and then I'm like, oh, there's so much more, right? And you gain confidence and then you go another layer and another layer. What do you recommend one should do to prevent small things from being around the house? What types of small things, I wonder?
Okay. So, why did somebody just give us $5?
Oh, that's the super chat. Then you should go to their question.
Hold on. Okay.
Okay. So,
Oh, that's
real
just
quick.
a statement. Thank you.
So we do have super chat enabled right now. Any money that we earn, we think it's kind of strange. In a way, we appreciate it. But any money that we earn through super chat, which bumps your question up to the top, Tom's actually going on a mission trip in August to India. And so any money that we earn through super chat, we are going to put towards his mission trip. So thank you in advance if anyone decides to do that. You do not have to do that. And we're not asking for that, but just so you know, the option is available. So thank you. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to
You're
answer
getting
some
out of behind.
questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm only answering questions pertaining to me because it's easier.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
So I bought my new truck from southern Iowa. It was just outside of Sioux City, Iowa. Why did I not get it from Texas? That's an excellent question.
He couldn't find one while we were down there.
When we were down there,
In the area we were at.
I'd had to get 7-8 miles,
We were
or
out
7-8
by-
hours to get to where I could want to find one.
Mm-hmm.
But then by the time everything all conspired, we had to get back home to do the
Mm-hmm.
meet and greets, and then get home, and then get the kids back to school, and so it just timing was kind of messy.
Yep. What does Tom do for work?
Well, I was a CNC machinist and a CNC programmer for 15 plus years. For the last 2.5 years, I did quoting and estimating for a manufacturing company that I had previously worked as a machinist and a programmer at. And so I just did bids and inside sales and marketing for them. I since have left that company, and now I do marketing for that same business and some others, basically just as an independent consultant, or not consultant, contractor.
Yep.
And so basically what we're doing now is all internet
Yep.
media. Dawn
We do a
has-
little bit of real estate
Yep.
still. So trying to focus more on this and that. It's nice now with Tom doing the marketing contract. It kind of feels like we're going a little more on the same direction. So he was driving up until right before Thanksgiving. He was driving like an hour and a half to get to work and 2 hours to get home and working 10-hour days. And so
Which explains the Prius is a little better now, right?
yeah, so it was not sustainable. We didn't talk a lot about that during that time, but yeah, it was kind of crazy.
It was kind of crazy.
Season.
But Dave Ramsey kind of made us crazy too, so
Well, and that would be,
that's kind of a
I think,
twofold.
yeah, one of the best things we've done is focused on getting out of debt. It was not easy. There was times where we felt like we were going completely backwards, you know,
Right.
like you commit to it and then your furnace goes out. Like we've been there 100 times. But it is still like one of the best things that we did, because then it gave us possibilities. It gave us the possibility for Tom to
Yes.
have more flexibility and stuff.
Yes, we still sell real estate.
Not as much, so
Right.
which is kind of nice.
There's another one that I asked.
Is your sister Dawn a pastor? Yes, Diana is a pastor, associate pastor at her church, It's what she has wanted to do her entire life. She seeks the stage and the platform. I have been the one like in the background, like I'm a supporter, encourager. I do not like the spotlight. And so what you'll find, I think, about a lot of people on YouTube is that we're introverts, and we like this because we do get to do it from the comfort of our home.
Behind a screen.
And edit it and make sure it comes out just right and everything. So it feels kind of backwards. She'll even say, like, I'm kind of surprised you had a YouTube channel before I did. And so I'm like, yeah, me too, totally. And so she would love to have her own like YouTube channel or something like that, or do something more interactive with it. But just right now with the season they're in, it's a little bit too busy for them. So family Bible study.
When will we be finishing the staircase?
Okay, so there was a question about the staircase. Where is the staircase at? It is at the exact same place.
Exact same place you guys saw it at last.
Some people thought they missed update videos. Like, I don't know, has it been 6 weeks, 7 weeks since we've done an update on it?
Looks exactly the same, guys.
Exact stud wall, wide open, staircase. So it is the exact same place. Coming up this Friday, we're going to do the before and after of our camper. We have a few things still to finish up in the camper. And then after that, we do hope to get back to working on the staircase. I would really like to get it done. It would be nice to have it done.
Wow,
okay.
Brandy,
thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I still don't.
So Tom's mission trip, I know there's a couple questions about that. We'll do this again because I feel like we're not going to get to all of the questions today.
We haven't ever done it before, and so we have no idea what to expect.
Yeah. So Tom's mission trip, when he signed up for it, he just knew that it was to Southeast Asia. We didn't know exactly which country, but it's actually going to be working in a CrossFit gym, and then also hiking 6 to 14 miles a day to get to unreached villages where they will evangelize or whatever.
All right, sorry, I'm going to chime in quick.
Yeah, no, it's your trip.
Gem Slate, thank you very much for your donation. We can maybe test. We can test how bulletproof the tailgate is because I just dented it with a round hay bale yesterday. So we might test that out. Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
Sorry, go on.
No, yeah. So you just found out that it's actually to India, which is fun because Diana's husband Princeton is from India, so they were talking a little about that. You have your first information meeting on Wednesday.
Yes.
And then you'll have more details, so we can share.
Other than that, I know nothing about it. I know that they said you have to be in shape for it, which I'm currently not. They said that there will be between 6 and 14 miles of hiking per day to get to remote locations to do.
We did 2 miles of hiking in Texas, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Tom, you're gonna have to get like working.
Basically, I shouldn't be sitting down right now. I should be on a treadmill while we do this.
Yeah. And so the reason he signed up for a mission trip, he'd always wanted to go on a mission trip. You haven't been outside of the country yet. I wanted him to go to have greater appreciation for how much we have. Tom's more the one to compare us with the Joneses than me, and so I felt like he needed a little perspective.
You went to. I feel like I'm a child right now.
Sorry.
Dawn told me that you went to Belize, Venezuela, like
in my early 20s.
Yeah, like 15 years ago, 16 years ago, and she said it was eye-opening seeing how people lived. And I agree with that. I've just never experienced it.
Yeah.
So.
Erica Lucas, thank you.
Thank you very
much. If you all want to see a very fun real-life gal simplifying her house and taking on minimalism, follow Erica Lucas on YouTube here. She's just so relatable and down to earth, and I think you'll really enjoy her perspective on it. So thank you, Erica. Yeah, and you also wanted to get in shape. So I was like, you get to go on a mission trip and get in shape, win-win. So.
Kathy, how am I going to handle all the people? I have no idea. I don't know. And the other thing is, I don't know anybody who's going on this mission trip with me.
So this is way outside of Tom's comfort zone.
Super uncomfortable.
So, yeah. So we'll let you know when he's going so we can all be praying for him. But it's going to be awesome. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard of someone go on a mission trip and have it not be totally awesome. So, yes, everybody loves Erica's channel too. Totally. Thank you, Erica. Awesome. Okay. There was a question if we're still considering homeschooling. We will be switching to homeschooling in the fall. My channel will not become a homeschooling channel, but I know some of you homeschooling moms are excited to see how we handle it, so I'm excited to see too. So yeah, we'll be switching in the fall. So the kids are on board, and we're looking forward to it too. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. I don't totally know what Tom's role will be in it yet, but besides shop classes. So let's see.
I am told that they speak English and Hindi, is what I'm understanding. Second week in August is the time.
Yeah, we'll let you know when it gets closer. So there were a couple of questions about parenting and making the most of our time with our kids and how we do that. Honestly, that's one of the motivations behind why we wanted to get the camper and start doing this with our kids, is because even though we try to be intentional when we're at home with them, simplifying our household and their activities has helped a ton. We still felt like a lot of times when we're at home, especially working from home, that our attention is just divided. So that was one of our motivations too behind wanting to get the camper and travel more with the kids. And so, and it was awesome. I mean, I didn't know how it was going to go for us to have that much time together, and it was great. Tom got a little stressed out the second week with everything going on the truck, obviously, but if you're having parenting struggles, continuing to work on simplifying your house, I think, is going to help free up brain space to be able to focus on that more.
Katrina, thank you very much.
Thank you, Katrina.
Somebody, or actually a few people were asking why homeschooling.
So mostly for flexibility, but also like our two middle ones, our oldest like thrives in school. She just like picks everything up really quickly, learns like everything very easily. Our middle two have just needed extra help, and so I feel like because we're in a position where we could bring them home and just find what works best for them, that it makes sense to do that. Otherwise, we're going to have to find ways to get them more help at school. Yeah, sorry. Oh, Nadine, awesome. Thank you so much. And so I think it's mostly just like the flexibility piece. I think from the time we take going to their school, bringing them there, making lunches, picking them up, that like we could almost get their schooling done in these younger ages during that time. So Emily, okay, yeah, some of you are asking like, what's going on with the donations? So we have Super Chat enabled, and the Super Chat is going, oh, thank you, Lee. Yeah, so any money that's raised through the Super Chat, it bumps your questions up to the top of your comments, but then it'll go towards a mission trip that Tom is going on. So, so yeah, it was kind of weird when I was telling the kids' teachers like that we're gonna homeschool. Like this last time at conferences, I had to like tell them that, and because I appreciate teachers so much and their patience and their giftings and what they do for kids. Like I think it's awesome. And so I don't know that I'm not even saying that our kids wouldn't ever go back to school, but for now, for the season we're in, I think I honestly, a lot of times I feel like the teachers get the best part of their day, and it makes me jealous too of the time they get with them, because
David,
we actually like spending time with our kids. No, thank you.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So hold on, I'm gonna back up here. Do we have a P.O. box? Yes, we do. And to be quite honest, I think we have our address wrong, because
we've tried to send test stuff to it and nothing's come through, and then we tell the post office like.
So anyway, yes, we have a P.O. box. We need to get it fixed. It's on
Tom's channel.
It is on my channel, but
yeah.
I think we have to get it fixed.
Yeah.
I'll be gone for 10 days. People are asking that.
Yep.
Thank you, Dinesh.
Dinesh, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Very cool. Wow, thank you, Sarah. Okay. So, I want to see what other questions we had. The cookbook, the Cook Once Eat All Week question, cookbook. A lot of people are like, are you still doing that? So the Cook Once Eat All Week cookbook, if you didn't catch that, was just where you do like a bunch of cooking or prep and cooking at the beginning of the week, and then you make it into meals throughout the week. We still use a lot of the recipes, but we haven't been doing the actual cooking, except for that I still always cook meat in bulk. So I cook a bunch of chicken or a bunch of hamburger all at once, and then I use it throughout the week. But we really like a lot of the recipes from it, because we try to limit gluten and dairy, and all of the recipes are like that. So
okay, Terry, thank you.
Okay, yeah, bringing that up. Thank you. We were gonna get to that. Okay.
Now go.
So we still don't have nightstands in our bedroom. One of the reasons was we just don't have, there's like hardly any room. The second reason is that I know that flat surfaces collect clutter. The third reason is that if we need like a drink of water or medicine or something, our house is so small that it's like 2 feet away, like from our bedroom.
But tell them the truth now.
So we have recently though moved to dining room chairs, because we took the leaves out of our dining room table because we felt like it was too big, and we don't sit at it a lot.
And we didn't have anywhere to put the chairs.
So the chairs are actually next to our bed as nightstands.
Yep.
But and I would only just have my phone. I read on my phone before bed and my glasses, and I would just set them on the floor, and it wasn't a big deal. And it's amazing how you can get by without stuff. Hey, Joanna, thank you. It's just amazing to me how you can get away without having stuff that you think like, how would I ever get away without having a nightstand? So, Joanna, you should go with Tom. You're into CrossFit. I know. Kathy, thank you so much. Thank you, Jacqueline. Another oh, should I just lost my thread of thought along that? Okay. The question, this comes up all the time. Have you ever gotten rid of something and you regretted getting rid of it? There's a couple things that come to mind, and we've probably gotten rid of like 5,000 things over the last 6 years. There's a pair of like black pants. I was like, oh, I would have wore those again. And I got rid of a charger not knowing what it was for. It was for one of our cameras, which I later came to find out. But the comment was that you have donated some stuff and then felt like you needed it a week or two later. And I would just encourage you that the space in your house and the peace of mind that comes with it is so much greater than the risk of getting rid of like a $10 or $20 item. And so,
hey, Gavin.
I just don't. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Hi, Gavin. I just don't think you're gonna miss it. I can't believe how much stuff we've gotten rid of, and we don't miss it because our house operates so much better without it, and every area of life is better without it. Sorry.
I'm cutting off. I'm tapping on her thumb.
Yep.
Okay. How did you quit Diet Coke?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any merchandise yet? And what was the other one?
Merchandise.
Will you do more Instapot videos?
Okay. Merchandise, yes, we actually have some t-shirts in the works, and we're going to sell those to raise money for Tom's mission trip as well. I have been putting off doing merchandise because I don't want you all to buy more stuff.
Okay, the other thing, so people keep asking how much a mission trip is. What is it? $3,400?
Yeah. And we're generally of kind of the opinion that we just do extra work and stuff to pay for mission trips ourselves, and so we really appreciate your generosity. But Tom is going to be doing like he's doing some projects at Diana's house to like earn money and stuff, and so so you're going to do extra work to pay for it.
Thank you, Jill, for your donation.
That's really cool, Jill. So yeah, so we are going to have some t-shirts coming up with the Minimal Mom and Tom. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much. And then on the back, some of them are going to say bye-bye. That was Lee's idea. So, Instant Pot recipes. Yes, we can absolutely do that. And then what was the first question?
Instapot.
Merchandise.
Oh, somebody
remind us?
Somebody will remind me.
Will you remind us? So.
Will you use the camper as a classroom?
It's tempting, right? Well, we were saying maybe that would be Tom's office. So
I keep losing my office.
Yeah, I could see going out there just for a change of pace sometimes, especially when things get kind of long. So.
Okay. Why am I blind in one eye? That's an excellent question.
Okay, and then we'll answer Paula's question.
Oh, Diet Coke.
Oh, Diet Coke. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay. All right, we're going to do Diet Coke, Tom's eye, and then Paula had a question about where we charge our cell phones. We charge our cell phones.
First off, Francesca, thank you.
Thank you, Francesca. We charge our cell phones on the kitchen island, again, not far from our bedroom. Diet Coke, how I quit Diet Coke was with soda water, but not with just going straight to like the flavored LaCroix. So we did the whole 30, and you have to give up Diet Coke for that. And so I learned through that to actually get plain soda water and then put fresh lemon and lime juice in it. And I was like, wow, this tastes like Sprite without the sweetener in it. And so that's how I developed a taste for soda water, was through making my own first, because I thought the like LaCroix was really gross, like the already made stuff. So I made my own first and developed a taste for the soda water because I needed something fizzy and I needed a can to crack open in the afternoon when I sat back down at my computer. And also like strawberry and mint in plain soda water. So I found that by making my own soda water first, then I could drink the canned stuff, and it actually fit that need, filled that need of the Diet Coke. Not easy, but I am glad, because I did notice now that I'm not on it, that it made my brain foggier. Also, Tom
Did you lose any weight when you got off it?
Yes, that it causes you to like, it's not necessarily weight, it causes you to retain water. And it also gives you restless legs. Tom and I had some Diet Coke a little while ago, and we like went to bed that night. I'm like, oh my goodness, my legs, I can't stop moving. He's like, me too. And I had read that afterwards then that it can cause restless legs. Oh wow. Oh, thank you, Robin, so much. And Nika, thank you for Tom's office.
Okay, somebody asked,
Your eye first.
no, hold on. Sorry, I'll forget.
Okay.
This is the color of what the camper couch is going to be. It's just
Drop cloth.
drop cloth material.
But they make like a gray color now.
It's got like a
So
hint
trendy.
of gray to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to get that off. Mm-hmm. Lee, what are you doing? Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. Lee and Rodney are like two of our biggest fans, so thank you guys so much. Your eye. My mom is blind in his eye.
No idea. Thanks, Mom and Dad. No.
Yeah, Mom, get off of here. No. You were born that way.
I was born that way.
You can see like light.
I can see like around the perimeter of it, nothing out the center, so I can see out of my peripheral, but that's it. It's not something that can be surgically fixed. My understanding, I can't recall what it's called. I honestly don't care because I know there's nothing they can do about it. It's a disconnect behind my eye with the thing that communicates between. Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm sure there's an eye doctor on here. Like, oh yeah, that's good.
Anyway, it is what it is.
It does make it difficult. Like you have your CDL and you had to get like a vision waiver for it and different things. But
Yep.
yeah.
Optic nerve, sure.
Yeah, that's.
It does mess with my depth perception and hand-eye coordination, which is probably why I don't really care about sports.
Sports, right? You've always been more into like
Yep.
cars and that kind of thing,
Yep.
if you can't tell. There were a few questions about marriage and what we think the secret to
How
marriage.
did we meet?
How did we? Well, okay. Well, we'll just tell you guys. So, Tom met my sister her senior year of college.
All of your minds are about to go.
Yep, they dated for a couple months and a few months.
I think we dated for almost a year.
Oh, was it really that long?
10 months. We
Okay.
dated. Yep.
They stopped dating.
Yep.
We were friends for 2 years, and then we started dating. Tom actually asked my dad if he could date me. So Tom had been like around. He'd been down to my parents' house even after they stopped dating because we were friends. He'd still come down to my parents' house. We were all living like an hour and a half north of where my parents lived.
Yep.
Come down on the weekends. My dad always liked that Tom could fix cars. Like if we ever got stranded, he was like, Tom will take care of them. So he really liked. I mean, he liked
And
other
I did.
things about
Right.
him.
No, but I did.
Yeah.
Even when I wasn't dating either of you, I took
You
care
always
of
took,
both
yeah.
of you.
And so, so 2 years after they stopped dating,
Wait, Glenn, that's Rodney. What? Thank you.
you guys. So Tom actually asked my dad if he could date me. And my dad's like, I always thought you'd be a better fit for Dawn. So, which totally makes sense now because him and Diane are wired like the exact same. Sharon, thank you so much. Do you have a regular workout schedule?
We wish.
My regular workout
We
schedule
used to.
is
Back when we were
walking.
dating and friends.
Yeah, that's
we
what
would
was
work
one of
out
our
all the
favorite
time.
pastimes. No, I'd still try to get my steps in, which is part of why I wanted to get this watch. Because I just know I feel so much better physically, but mentally when I get steps in. So I still will like walk around the house, up and down the stairs, but as soon as it gets nice, I try to be outside whenever possible. So that's made a huge difference for me.
Home staging and selling videos, they would love that.
Oh yeah, we do
Have
plan to
drone
do
will
some
travel.
of that. Yeah, this spring we'd like to do more about selling your house and what to expect from your realtor and how to get the most out of that. So definitely. Marriage though, I was starting to talk about marriage. I would not say I don't think that we have it all figured out. I feel like we've kind of changed seasons recently. Like we were kind of in like hardcore baby raising stage for quite a few years. It kind of felt survival-ish. And then now we're kind of experiencing a different level of freedom now that like the kids are just in the other room watching a show right now and we can do stuff and go places more. And so it's kind of a new season that we're still, just one second, figuring out how to navigate. We're working together more now, which we're figuring out how to navigate. And so I think the biggest advice though is that I don't feel like we ever made any big decisions in the middle of bad things going
Whoa.
on. So
Okay. Thank you, the Wiggle family. That is wonderful. Amanda, thank
wow,
you.
Amanda,
Thank you very much.
so much. Tom used to bring extra dishes into the kitchen when Dawn is away. Yes.
I don't know that you've been away.
Not since August, but yes. He has snuck extra dishes. There are still extra dishes in there. I know, getting back to the laundry system, so our laundry system is still the same way with bins. The boys still have their baskets in the laundry room. Tom has bins. The only difference is Tom folds his white t-shirts now. I said, if you want to fold them, you can fold them.
I fold actually all my clothes.
Yeah, Tom he's like some of you who are like, clothes get folded. Like, that's just how it is. But he does understand why I don't fold the kids' clothes anymore, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I actually used to fold the kids' clothes when Dawn
Just
started
like,
this
why are you
whole
wasting-
pile thing.
Yeah.
And then I said, forget it.
Yeah.
I'll fold my own, that's it.
There was a question too. Some of you said that you're trying to make your children's spring and summer wardrobes and you're starting from scratch, and how do you keep it minimal, because you'll go to a consignment shop or garage sale, see cute things or get hand-me-downs. And so this is another area, but simplifying kids' toys, but then also simplifying their clothes has made a huge difference in our house. But really try getting just...
Ethan, thank you, and thank you for the flag. That blew me away.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's so awesome. We'll have to show that again. Okay, I'm talking about kids' clothes.
All right, you go.
But this applies to adults' clothes too. Try getting by with depending on where you live. Like for us, it's like in the summer, it's like 2 pairs of pants and 3 pairs of shorts, 5 t-shirts maybe, and like a long sleeve t-shirt and a sweatshirt, and just try to see how that would work in your house. I hear from so many parents
I'm gonna go get it. People are asking.
Oh, yeah.
You keep going.
Yeah, no, I hear from so many parents that simplifying your kids' clothes has made a huge difference. They get dressed easily. You have to do laundry more often, but that's actually a good thing, because then you don't get the mountain of laundry in your laundry room, and you just kind of get into a routine where it's not a big deal. And so, so I would really try going with like bare necessities and just see how that works, knowing like if I need to go to a store and get something, it's so easy to get more kids' clothes, or ask on Facebook, or give something on Facebook Marketplace. So,
Okay,
all right.
real quick. This is what I received from Charred Chisel. Ethan, he owns the company, and they made this and sent it to me. It's super awesome.
We'll
you
put
guys
a
should
link
check them out.
in somewhere around here too. If someone, Ethan,
Super grateful.
actually, Ethan, will you put a link to your Instagram or to your website, whatever you want to share?
Yeah, in the comments.
With everybody. Super. Tom was so excited when he got that in the mail.
I was like, I opened it up, and I came out to the camper. I was like, Dawn, did you order this for me?
Like, I have no idea what this is.
And then I was just like,
Yep.
what? Matt Carricker gets this stuff. Come on.
Yep. Yep. It's kind of like the day you got the mugs from Rodney, and you're like, are
Yeah.
these machined? He was trying to figure out how they were made.
Yeah.
That was another.
That was pretty, yeah.
Because even like our Amazon stuff, it just always comes in my name. Like our account comes in my name, and Tom's like, "Why is there a box in my name?"
When stuff
here?
comes to my name, I'm like, this isn't
Something's
right.
going on. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. On Facebook, if we have missed any of your questions, will you just post it again, and then we'll jump back and get into it. So, also someone asked about like the games that we play and keep, and so we're actually using them to have everything.
Yeah, they're
right now.
hiking up our devices.
We mostly
right
do
now.
card games just because they don't take up a lot of space. We love, we play Uno a lot, Phase 10, Smack It, what's the Sleeping Queens, but also Rummy Cube and Sequence for Kids are our favorite like board-ish games, and they're both in small boxes, which I like. Whoa, Chanel. I hope you mentioned it. Wow, thank you so much.
Do you do sponsored videos? No.
You know, here's what's tough.
No, not really. I don't know that you've done any either. At all.
No. I really don't. I don't want people to buy stuff anymore. I don't want people to buy stuff, so I have a hard time with sponsored videos, and it's hard to find sponsors then that fit. And so we haven't. We might more in the future, especially now that Tom's has a little more time to help pursue that kind of stuff. But I know there was a question about if we would do any videos on helping people start YouTube channels, and so we are wanting to do something like that. I don't know if it would be on YouTube or if it would be something we just put on my blog or something, but that is in the works for this spring. So
Sherry, thank you
so much.
I asked what's the next.
You brought Rummy Cube. Yeah, that's awesome, Julie.
Are you gonna write a book?
Yeah, so there's a question about book, podcast, or e-course. I ruled out e-course pretty quickly because I have never finished one, and I read that like 94% of people that sign up for courses online never finish them. And so I don't want people to feel guilty or pressured like that. So I kind of ruled out courses. Book, I don't know. I'm not a writer. That's why I do YouTube, is because even blogging always felt difficult to me. If I did a book, it would be like a workbook.
Yes, I think Menards should sponsor us as well.
Yes,
I agree
actually,
with that.
Does anybody know anybody at Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's? Like, if you could send us their information, then that would actually be the one thing
That would
we
be
would
swell.
like to have a sponsorship for. We give them enough promotion, anyways. What was the other thing? Podcast, potentially, but right now I don't want to go in another direction. I'm kind of protective of my time, and I really enjoy making YouTube videos, and so yeah, I just really like that right now, and I want to put as much energy into it. I have so many ideas and things I could do to make it better and to help you more, and so so that's my goal, is to keep investing in this. Someone had asked if we would have more kids, and so physically we wouldn't. I mean, it would. We've taken measures to not have more kids, so it would be like a. Anyways, but we are considering foster care, and I would love if we adopted a couple kids through foster care.
Wendy, you work at Menards, yeah!
Yes!
All right, what software do we use for editing? We use
Final Cut Pro, but I would recommend Premiere.
I recently got Premiere for my laptop. I am struggling to learn it because it's a lot different
It's
than
just,
what I...
it's different than Final Cut Pro, but there's more plugins and options available for Premiere. It's kind of not replacing, but it's what more people are using now for editing.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, if you put all your questions in all caps, it's easier for me to catch them because
It is true.
I'm a slow reader.
Yeah. Have you chosen a curriculum for homeschooling? We haven't yet, Pam. So we do have a lot of friends in our circle that homeschool. Tom's sister homeschools. So yeah, so we'll be picking their brains about it, and I'll just say, just tell me what to do. This is how my kids are. So.
Diana actually Diana had taken classes to do video editing a while back, and she taught Dawn how to do it, and then Dawn taught me how to do it.
Yeah.
And so that's how we've learned.
Wow, thank you, Leanne. That's awesome. Yeah, and for camera-wise, a Canon G7X is what we've made all of our videos on. We've gotten the big camera body, those different lenses and everything, and we always go back to the Canon G7X. It is economical. It's like $500. Adjusts to light well. It has awesome image stabilization, so we would not recommend anything else than that. I mean, it's actually like cheaper than a cell phone right now. So how close will we ever get to New York? I
would love to get there.
Over the 4th of July, we're planning to go out to the East Coast, so hopefully we can catch you then.
We're going to go up through Canada, so if you're on the route from Minnesota up through Canada into Pennsylvania and down to Maine, let us know.
Yeah. Do some videos about our garden. We'll do videos about our garden this year. Hopefully it's going to be a bigger success. We're going to mix in more sand and
people are saying please keep Super Chat on so that they can donate. We don't actually know how it works. Can you keep it on after it's over? I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
If anybody knows that, you could tell us
that.
that.
If we can, sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Debbie had a question about my watch. It's a Garmin Vivo Active 3. The main things I wanted it for was to track my steps every day, and then it notifies me if I get a text message or phone call, so then I didn't have to keep my phone on me. So I do really like that. I kind of wonder if I should have got an Apple Watch because I could have replied to text messages on it, or do I just not need to have that much connected to my wrist? I went with this one. I actually liked it because it doesn't look like an Apple Watch, and I didn't want it to necessarily look like everybody else. So if you have an Apple Watch, that's totally cool, but that's why I picked this. We're in Canada. I don't know, but we will let you know, definitely. Do you have a PayPal account? Oh. Wow.
Yes, actually several people have asked that. Yes, we do.
Well, they'd probably like to know. We'll figure out a way. Thank you. We have a little time to raise money, and like we said, we will be doing t-shirts and stuff, so we'll get that figured out, and we'll let you guys all know. You are very kind. Thank you so much. So.
By the way, there's almost 1,700 people watching.
I don't want to know that.
Well, I didn't either, but people keep telling me, so I thought I'd tell you.
My best advice for new homeschoolers is keep it simple. That is absolutely my goal.
Oh,
totally.
Somebody wants to know about that
Come
picture.
to Plymouth, Massachusetts. The picture is from Hobby Lobby. No, I didn't paint it. I get asked that a lot, and it's not our farm either. But I've always liked it because it's a barn. Oh, Patreon too. Yeah. Yeah, Idaho, yes. So then in the fall, we'd like to go out to the West Coast. So that is our plan for the fall. So, yeah. Better not to use people. Oh, yeah. Yes, and we will come down to Florida again, too. So, like, the winter destinations for Minnesotans is Arizona, Texas, or Florida. So we did Arizona 2 years ago, Texas this year. We'll definitely come to Florida, too. So, yeah. Ah, thank you so much, Melinda. Thank you. Love your earrings. Thank you. They were from Diana. Let's see. There's so many questions.
This is kind of surreal, actually. Huh?
I know. Tips for when you're getting ready to move. Tips for decluttering when you're getting ready to move. How do you know if you're going to need it once you get to your new location? If you have not used it in this house, you will not need it in the next house, most likely, unless if you don't know for sure right now that you're going to need it. I can almost guarantee you that you're not going to need it. We are creatures of habit.
Jill, thank you. Being a minimalist, do you skip big brand items?
Wow, Jill, thank you so much.
We've been married for 11 years.
We try to go more quality now, but I still have a hard time with that. So not so much brand, but quality is what we go for, I think. But I don't always do a good job with that because I'm really cheap and frugal, and I was raised on cheap and frugal, which I know it should go with high quality, but
Dawn's parents did make it home safely with no
they
issues
had
whatsoever.
No problems.
We did, they didn't. I wasn't
had
surprised.
no
They
problems.
don't. They just made it home good.
No, yeah, everything.
Yes, this is our first YouTube live.
Yes, thank you for joining us. What was I saying? Oh, if you are moving, and this actually applies to everybody when you're going through your stuff. If you have not, the reason like the whole like if you haven't used it in a year, get rid of it, is because we are creatures of habit. And if you look at the stuff we use, it is the same 20% day in, day out, week in, week out, year in, year out. And so that's why we can generally say with confidence, like if you have not used it in the past year, what is going to change that you're going to use it in the future? Yesterday, we were decluttering books with a friend, Wendy, and the books can be tough. Her dad was a college professor, and so it's, there's a lot tied into why we keep books. But honestly, friend, even if you had like a month off all of a sudden, would you really if you're really honest with yourself, would you really sit down and read those books? Would you really sit down and finish those craft projects you started? Or would you have new things that you would want to do? Like so many times we hang on to stuff from the past, even though we're never ever going to use it again. So.
Trucks and tractors, t-shirts or sweatshirts. Honestly, it has not even crossed my mind. Probably someday, but I haven't thought about it yet.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Emily. Let's do a weekly live. Ooh, a weekly live. Yeah, no, I think we'll do this more often. This is fun. So.
I think they're not understanding that we're doing both.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Adam Link, do I use the same simplifying for my tools? I'm sorry, we're going to move on to the next question.
No, that's actually not true because you have been simplifying your shop stuff too.
No, I have been, but not anywhere near to what so I grew up where you buy high quality tools and you keep them for life because you will use them forever, and then when you pass away, you'll leave them to your kids and then they'll have tools. So it's difficult for me to get rid of tools.
Yeah. Tom and I grew up very differently in that regard. Like Tom would buy name brand, good stuff, invest in it, and we were always like generic, secondhand, like whatever is the least expensive. And so that sometimes has caused a little tension in our marriage. I'm like, we don't need brand name Oreos.
No, right, on that. But on the other hand too, though, you don't do this anymore, but you used to like buy like so cheap that the item would break the first time you try to use it.
Yes,
and like, Dawn, if you spent like $5 more, it would have made it.
No.
Anyway.
I think Tom is grateful for my frugalness.
I am extremely grateful.
Because it frees up more money for you to buy trucks and stuff, right?
Okay. I have 3 sisters. I have 0 brothers.
1 older, 2 younger.
Yes.
He always wanted a brother.
Dawn has Diana, identical twin, and 1 brother who is 2 years younger.
Yep, still lives with my parents. You've seen him, Eric, on some of Tom's
Trucks and Tractors
videos. Yep. So. Oh goodness.
Michelle, your husband buys tools when he can't find his tools. That
sounds like my
that
dad.
sounds familiar. The kids are in the TV room watching TV. We said if they're over there and sit quietly and watch TV, they can stay up. Otherwise, they have to go to bed. So
They
that's where the
normally
kids
go
are.
to bed at 7 o'clock, so this is kind of a treat for them. But now we know after 2 days they won't be going to school anymore for the next couple of weeks. So,
Thank
yeah.
you, Kathy.
oh, thank you so much, Kathy. Will your kids join 4-H? I grew up in 4-H. I would love for my kids to join 4-H. I don't know if there's any active clubs around us right now.
Kathy, George, Uncle Eric will never be on a YouTube live with us because
Censor. You guys don't know how much I have to edit out of
we
him.
edit him heavily.
I love my brother.
He's
He
great.
is not looking for relationships, unfortunately, and we want him to get married. We want him to have kids, and
He has no filter, so he will never do a live anything.
We couldn't.
Like, sorry.
We couldn't.
We're really sorry.
no, I would love for our kids to be in 4-H. I grew up in 4-H, and I loved that it was guys and girls together and different ages together. It was awesome. We loved 4-H so much. And it was great for my mom because she only had to bring us all to one place. So, yeah.
Spring farming, I think, is actually, within like the next 4 weeks, I would say for sure.
What is?
Spring farming.
Yeah, April.
April.
Mid-April. Mm-hmm. Yep. Into May. Would Diana do a live with you? Yeah, we would love to do a live with Diana. So she's due April 15th, so a few more weeks. Adley came early. She's convinced it's a boy. Our boys came 3 weeks early, so she's like kind of in that like crunch time to get everything done. She's also realizing that being pregnant at 37 is a whole different ball game, and she's like, I'm just tired. And so yeah, so definitely we would love to do one with her sometime too. We're actually going to her house tomorrow to help make over her bathroom. She has a bathroom that has like wallpaper and needs a new faucet. And so Tom and I are going to go up there tomorrow, and we'll video it too. So we'll share it with you to what we're going to do to update her bathroom.
Jolene, thank you.
Thank you, Jolene. That's awesome. What do you do for fun with your kids without toys? Well, one of the favorite things to do with Tom is for them to sit on his back while he does push-ups.
For
We're gonna
them.
have to,
Favorite thing for
them.
them.
Yeah,
for them.
we play hide and go seek. You would not believe the small spaces that Tom can fit into. Like, it's not uncommon for him to be the last one to be found.
Okay, right, but it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts.
He can't get out of the spot, but he gets into it. We play card games. I love playing games. But we also, I know that was another question too about how we have intentional like quality time with our kids, is that we really just try to involve them with what it is we're doing. So if we're in the kitchen cooking, we're having them helping to clean up. When Tom's working on stuff, helping them help. If we're outside working, they're out there with us. And so, you know, it's not always like stopping to play a game together, but we just try to do as much stuff together, and that's part of the reason why we've really limited the activities they're in, is so we can do more stuff together as a family, and it's paying off really big time, I feel like.
Okay, Uncle Eric has been on several trucks and tractors videos.
Tom's
If you
channel.
go on my channel, otherwise on Dawn's channel, Uncle Eric has
he
done
was.
the
Couch cleaning video
video
before
with Dawn
Christmas. Mhm.
because he has certifications in a whole ton of different
Yeah.
cleaning aspects.
Yep, residential and commercial cleaning. Yep. We'd love to hear more about Diana and her husband. Does he share her faith? Yes, absolutely. So when she met Princeton, he's from India, but she was like, how did I find an Indian gentleman that loves country music and he's Christian? And so that like sealed the deal right off the bat. So they hit it off right away. And so it's been fun.
I mean, she
There was
had
other
a few
things
more criteria
too.
than
Yes,
that, Dawn.
But, no, right. But she was just like, good things come in unexpected packages sometimes.
Are you
so.
surprised by how many followers you have and how much we all love you?
Yes, it blows my mind daily. Like, honestly, I still find it hard to believe, and I have to like not focus on that because I'll freak myself out when I go to video and just be like, it's just like 10 people. It's just 10 people here with us. Yeah, it's been pretty mind blowing. Absolutely. So. Veronica, thank you so much. And so I am excited to share kind of like any tips or tricks we can for starting a channel with you because, yeah, I think a lot of people wonder, like, do I have what it takes? Could we do it? And so if there's anything we can do to help you, then it would be our pleasure to do that.
Do you still use the paper eradicate, like, do you still eradicate paper forever like you did? And do you use the dry erase board system for grocery shopping?
We haven't been using the dry erase board as much anymore because we reorganized the fridge and now I have like a spot for leftovers and stuff. That has been the best system ever. Sometimes I try stuff not knowing if it's going to be awesome. That has been huge. So if you watch that video about how we organized our fridge from a couple months back, game changer. So now we don't have to use the dry erase board anymore because I know where the leftovers are or stuff that needs to get used up. There was another question.
Are you going to do videos helping others minimize?
We would like to.
We'd love to.
The only thing that worries me about it is just the production side of like going into someone's house, like the lighting, where you're gonna put the cameras, but then also knowing that sometimes people say they're really excited to simplify their stuff, but when you get into it, they have a hard time with it. So I have a friend, Angel, here in the Twin Cities who said she would like help and that we could maybe kind of navigate this together and figure out some of it. And we would definitely be taking Tom with too. And so, so I feel like if I have some support, then I can go in other people's houses and help them. But it's, yeah, I don't know. I think there's kind of a lot that goes into it, but I would really love to be able to do that.
Yes, I don't know that we're currently considering adopting. We're working on foster care, I believe. The other thing,
if the opportunity would come to adopt through foster care.
Okay. Actually, I think we need to go now. No.
I'm trying not to push it and to be open-handed with it.
What do we do for dates besides projects? Haha.
We have just, now that the kids are a little bit older, we've started going out more recent, like, we were going to go to the camper show, but didn't end up, we were sick. We just go out to eat. We do like to still go walk around the hardware store, even when we're on a date, even if we don't need anything, just to get ideas.
Yes, we are just south of the Twin Cities. Carla, I actually have friends in Rice.
Yeah. We met in St. Cloud. So,
okay.
Yeah. No,
She said-
Carla.
she said
Tom and I
Carla-
met in St. Cloud, so we know where Rice is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, she did not make me look weird. If anything, I think I make her look weird.
Yeah. It's like once in a while you kind of do.
Once in a while.
Oh, you guys are very sweet. Thank you. Yeah. Where are you guys going on mission? India. Just Tom's going.
India.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I have never left the country before.
Yeah, so that's going to be lots of new experiences for Tom. It's going to be awesome. So. Oh, it's 8:04. Oh, goodness, we have to wind this up.
Born and raised in Faribault, huh?
Oh, very cool. Dawn, you don't use your hands as much now. So
I've been sitting on her hands this whole
yeah,
time.
Tom's holding them down. So the reason Diana said that about the hands was she would sometimes be like, I forget what I used to do, but there was like a shape I made with my hands that she's like, don't do that. It wasn't that I talked with my hands, it was like what I was physically doing with my hands. So that was more the thing, but it turned into just me using my hands. So, no, don't go. We do a meet and greet in DC.
Don't drink
yes,
the water.
if we go that way. Yeah. Awesome. Well, we need to wind this up, but we will plan to do it again. And so, yeah. So, thank you.
This has been awesome. There's
yeah.
17, see, Dawn would have deleted that out. There's 1,750 some people watching this. It's
incredible.
I thought we'd have like 100 people.
Yeah. No,
like,
thank
completely
you.
honest.
We also have our friends in our Facebook group watching, which we are so grateful for. I'll start crying if I start talking about how cool they are. We will open our private Facebook group up again April 1st. So if you want a little more support for the journey of simplifying, we'll let you know when we open it back up again. But I'm kind of protective of them because they're so sweet and cool, and yeah, they're awesome. So anyways, thank you to all of our Facebook friends. They've been a huge support for us as well. So anyways, we love you. We are so grateful for you. When you comment, when you subscribe, when you watch, when you send our videos to your friends and family, it means the world to us. And so we read the comments, we laugh at them. A lot of times Tom will like read it to me when I'm in the kitchen or something. And we just are so grateful and appreciative. And yeah, we think the world of you guys too. So thank you. We're glad we can support you in this journey. It's the best thing we ever did. I mean, I like besides getting married and Jesus and all of that stuff, but
Thank you.
it is truly, yeah, one of the best things we have ever done. And it's just given us so much hope and possibilities. And even when it feels like things are going crazy around us, it gives us a level of peace that we are so grateful for. And so thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who donated tonight. We were not expecting that. You blew our minds. So thank you so much for that too. So, all right, we love you. And yeah, we'll plan to do this again sometime. So.
All right, bye-bye. How we turn this thing off now? Bye.
Oh, I actually don't. I actually
Is it the
don't know.
X?